Dave Repson, Gerry DiNardo, Howard Griffith. We are in Ann Arbor. Just got a chance to watch the Wolverines run through a practice, a team that impressed last year for sure, got off to the great start, achieved their highest ranking since 2006. And yet when all was said and done, guys, they were the third-place team in the East. I mean, I know they were inches away from being the first-place team in the East, but bottom line is they didn't get to Indianapolis. I know there's a lot of expectations surrounding this program, so I ask you this. Can this year be a success with all the rebuilding that Michigan's doing in terms of personnel if they don't get to Indy?
I say yes, but there has been a high bar set. Ohio State wins the national championship in Urban's third year. James Franklin wins the Big Ten in his third year at Penn State. However, this is a young team. So I think a realistic goal is to compete for the East right through the last week of the season. If they don't win it, it'll be a disappointment, but I don't think that should be the minimum goal for this team. I think the minimum goal should be competing to the last weekend.
And what's the question again, Reverend?
Can this season be a success if they do not make it to Indianapolis?
Yeah, it can't be. The expectations here are to be in the championship game.
I disagree. I don't get that feel.
It doesn't. I'm not. It's not about a feel. You come to Michigan to play in a championship game. You come to Michigan to play in the Final Four.
That.
I'm not saying that there's some external pressure that they need to do that, but the expectation of those guys in that locker room are to get to the championship game and win it. And that should be your only expectation.
So you're saying that Jim Harbaugh should say to the team, as soon as they're eliminated from the East Division, this season is a bust. We didn't reach our goal.
That wasn't a question.
So they should be disappointed if they don't win the East.
You're going to tell me you're not going to be disappointed you're not playing a championship game?
I don't think the season would be a disappointment if I don't play in the championship game.
Here's
this
what
year,
I would say.
This year at Michigan.
Let me ask you this
year
question.
At Michigan.
If they have not played in the championship game by the end of next season, at that point, is it a disappointment?
It might be. Yeah, it might be.
Because I would say yes to that.
I'd like to answer that question a year from now, but I would lean towards.
You'll get a chance.
I would lean towards yes. You only control half the equation. You know, the other guys are coaching and recruiting as well, and they're coaching and recruiting pretty hard. I would say that Urban took over a very good situation at Ohio State. I think the extraordinary work was done in State College. I think that's extraordinary to win the Big Ten championship in James's third year, and I would think it would be quite a feat if they could do it here their third year.
Yeah,
but I don't think it would be a disappointing season. Other than, of course, we play for the championship every year.
Yeah, I totally disagree.
Yeah,
I'm not even close.
Right.
I just look at this as it is an extremely young team. I know what you're saying, but I just think if you look at the pure circumstances of this year, where they are and where everyone else is, I would say that you could have a good year without making it to Indy. But
don't worry, guys. We're not playing for the championship because too many of you guys are too young.
No, no. Your message would be we're out of the race. We had a bad year. Let's hope we can finish on one leg going through the end of the season. So as soon as you're eliminated from the East, the season's a bust.
I tell you what, I'm going to go up there and knock on the corner office. We'll get to the bottom.
I'm not sure
he
has the. I mean, I know
the big office.
Yeah, the big office.
Yeah, it's certainly the biggest.
All right.
One.
Yeah, he's not in the corner. No.
We'll get an answer to this.
Let's not get bogged down on the geography of the office.
That would be geometry actually.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it could be both.
Math might not be in your warehouse. Sorry.
Well, it's also the geography. I mean, you would map it out and where it is.
It's more the geometry. But
all right, get us out of here, Reverend.
I only wish that I could. Continuing coverage throughout BTN's social media sites as we continue on our tour heading to Michigan State tomorrow.